check out Firestar TV. They bring it at fire, baby. Make sure that you subscribe, like, comment, all that, because if you're not doing that, you missing out on some great fire, baby. For real.
Welcome to Firestar TV. I'm Mama C, and today I'm joined by Q Smitty, radio host for 987 Today's Kiss and founder of Leo TV. Welcome, welcome. Do you go by Q Smitty or Chris?
Oh, you could just call me Q. You know, Q Smitty. Yeah.
And we met through a little collab that happened on Instagram where you asked me to join you on your Trap Reflections.
Yeah, we definitely met, on IG. I had to hit you up because I, noticed your English accent, and I was just like, wow, this is amazing. So I was like, I gotta have her voice on my, on my meditation album, because I feel like, it's soothing. Is the perfect way to open up a meditation album. So, I really appreciate you, Charmaine, for even, being able to do that for me.
Thank you so much. And it was really weird because I had literally just got into this zone maybe about a week before, where I was like, I want to start doing my music stuff again. And it had literally just been ignited in me like maybe a week before you had approached me again. So it was like, wow, like that is like one of the things that has actually helped me continue on my own little projects, which I was working on till like 4 o'clock in the morning yesterday, so it's just definitely like ignited this whole thing in me to sort of pursue my because I did like meditation stuff and I always believe in that and like do life coaching, so I sort of always did those things, but I'd never actually thought of putting myself on it. So you've gave me a lot of confidence to actually pursue that, so thank you as well.
Wow, that's very humbling. I really appreciate you for that, and that's pretty much the main thing, the main motive that I'm trying to, project with the Trap Reflections Volume 1. I just want to be able to inspire others to be great and do what they can in order to, get to their highest potential. And so, I just wanted to work with somebody who, I saw it in you, you had the mom life hacks. Y'all say mom, we say mom over here. So yeah, you had the mom life hacks, and I saw your personality, and I was like, yeah, we definitely have to work together. So, Trap Reflections Volume 1, for everybody out there who's watching, go get it right now. It's on all streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple, iTunes, everything.
Yeah, so this is definitely one of those, like you've had a long day, and that's pretty much everyone right now, like just to sit, and you've got such a soothing radio voice. It's just great just to sit with your eyes closed and just sort of get into the vibe. Do you want to give us like a little snippet of it now? Like let's all just close our eyes. Can we?
Okay.
Yeah, let's do
all
it.
Right. I want everybody out there right now to close your eyes. Simply imagine what it is that's it, the Trap Reflections meditation.
It's so good. How did you get into sort of meditation?
So I basically got into meditation quite some time ago. I would say about a couple of years, when I just, was exploring YouTube, different videos showing where you have the water flowing, like, in and out of the ocean, and then just always looking at different things to kind of keep me calm and keep me cool and collective, and not even just watching videos like meditation videos or hearing someone else do a guided meditation, but more so of just actually embracing the power of silence as well. Sometimes we get so distracted by everything, especially Instagram, Facebook, all these social media platforms. Even to a certain extent, when we go outside, we're always in something that creates noise. We're talking to each other, so it's kind of like we don't really understand the true meaning of peace and quiet, in today's society. So I feel like when I was able to sit down and actually just sit there and think about everything that's going on around me by sitting in silence, it allowed me to say to myself, wow, this actually feels good. This feels great. Like, I feel like I don't have to worry about all the problems that's going on in the world today. I don't have to worry about all the stuff that I have to deal with today, tomorrow, or whatever the next day is coming up. And I just really wanted to tap into that more and more and get deeper and deeper into it. So with that being said, what I ended up doing was I started doing those, breathing exercises, breathing in, breathing out, you know what I'm saying? And, whenever I feel anxiety or whenever I feel like I'm going through something that is really giving me, a hard time, or, I'm thinking about it too much, all I do is just, breathe. Like I'll breathe for like 10 seconds, inhaling, exhaling, you know, and people, it sounds weird, when you think about it, but it's not necessarily weird. It's you being in control.
Yeah, and actually, I've heard it so many times. I've there was a vocal coach that I met, and the first thing he said, he was a bit of an eccentric guy, and he's like, "Focus on your breath." It was like the first thing that he said, and he's like worked with like Adele and people like that, and he was so like made us really think about our breath. And even the guy we interviewed last week, he said that the life force, the father, the creator is the breath in, the breath out. And it's just really made me think, even since then, how important that moment of just breathing, how much it can actually help with your mental framework. And when I'm teaching, I tell my technique is a bit more ghetto. It's called doing the stufu, which is basically telling yourself to just shut the F up. You have to catch those sort of negative thoughts and just be like, no, squash them, breathe. And you have to choose whether you're going to accept or reject a thought. So you have to actually do it with yourself as well. It's not just silencing the outside world, it's silencing the inside chatter as well.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And are you into like chakras and all of that type of stuff?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, when you've grown up like under a Christian energy, it's hard to sort of go into it without being like, is this wrong? Am I doing the right thing? Like it's like it all makes sense. And the more I've looked into everything now, I was like, I have to just know, I have to know about it at least, whether I believe in it or not. I like to at least know. And yeah, there's definitely something to it. There is definitely something to it. I don't know what it is at the moment, but
Yeah, because I honestly don't know too much about, chakras. I hear a lot of people talk about chakras, crystals, and all of these different things. And it's like, it's cool to get into it and, get into a deeper perspective of meditation and everything. But the main thing that I really wanted to promote is just natural meditation, not even having to think too much into all the different chakras and energy, but just feeling yourself. Like, do you naturally feel pain when you close your eyes and you breathe? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, like you said, just growing up in a Christian environment, I grew up in a Christian environment as well, to where like um, those different things aren't necessarily promoted as much. But I feel like it is interesting to be able to open your mind up and dig deeper. And I feel like chakras and energy, stuff like that, definitely helps out. But natural meditation, I feel like just breathing, like think about our ancestors, like when our ancestors used to, go through all of that, all of the tribes and tribulations that they had to go through, trials and tribulations that they had to go through, like it, caused them to sit down and pray and breathe, and so I feel like natural life is what we need to start living by more so, in my opinion.
and it's just a great place to start. You don't have to worry about tarot cards and like all of those things. You don't. It is a dark path, and it's not necessarily one that people should go down. Especially if you don't have any knowledge of where these things come from. So jumping into crystals and stuff like that, it can be dangerous. I mean, if you believe in those things, otherwise it's not. It's just a rock. But it depends on your perspective on it, and how open you are. So you do have to be careful when you're opening yourself up to these different concepts. But just breathing is natural. Taking a breath, stopping for a moment, and just collecting the thoughts. That is just a great place for anyone to start with, if they want to sort of learn how to control anger and these different anxieties and depression and these just moments that come up. So definitely check that out. Definitely, when you're having a moment, you need to click on this and breathe. Take a second. How long have you been doing radio for?
Oh yeah, so I've been doing radio for about 8 years now. Time flies. Like I can't believe I'm saying this. Like I've been doing radio for 8 years. I started off in college. I graduated with a bachelor's of arts in communications, concentration, broadcast, minor English. So this is something that I was always interested in. Like when I was a kid, like I used to watch the news with my grandmother and my mom, my dad, we all used to, my sister, we all used to just sit in the house and sometimes just watch the news and just talk about everything that's, going on in the news. And I used to always imitate different anime characters. I'm big into anime like Dragon Ball Z, Yu Yu Hakusho. And so like just hearing them make those different noises and stuff, like I used to, be attracted to that type of stuff. So like my voice got deep around the age of 14. Like it hit everybody like by storm, like because it shocked me how my voice just went from like talking like this squeaky little kid like to all the way to drop it down side of like Barry White or something, like like it's just crazy. And so like it's crazy how I was always into uh watching the news and being into media and entertainment world, and how that affected me as a young person to want me to inspire me to go to college and pursue a communications degree. Like it was just crazy how you do things as a child and you don't even notice it until you get older. And so I graduated from college with a communications degree, and after that started interning at 98.7 Kiss FM. Today's R&B and classic soul. Check me out today, y'all. Sunday 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. I'm not sure, my math isn't too
On the
good with
time
the time
difference.
order thing,
We'll figure it
but
out and we'll just have it all below.
okay, that's for sure. But yeah, I've been working with 98.7 Kiss FM for about 3 years now. So I love doing what I do.
And you actually won the Voice for the Minority Business Awards.
That's right.
How was
That's right.
that?
I appreciate that. It was amazing. Like just hearing my voice on the Minority Awards show was like crazy. I felt like I was literally at the Oscars myself. Like, dang, that was a huge accomplishment, to be able to work with the people behind Minority Award show, to be able to do that. Shout out to Justin Ragland, the whole team over there at Summer Media, for allowing me to use my voice and present the awards at the Minority Award show. So it was definitely an amazing experience. Like I would love to do it again. I believe it's coming up soon, so we'll see what they're talking about. But yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, and whether they'll actually be able to get together. Maybe you have to do it over Zoom.
Yes, may have to do it over Zoom. This coronavirus has everything all over the place right now. Like
Mm.
I'm not wearing a mask right now, so I'm in the house chilling. So we cool. We in we quarantining. Have y'all been quarantining over there in
Yeah,
the
we've just been
UK?
in lockdown. Yeah, we've been in lockdown pretty much since last March. We had like a
Dang.
couple of, we had like a little break, but then it kind of all got shut down, and yeah, it's all just nothing going on but the rent.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's how it is over here to a certain extent. See, I'm in the southern area of America. I'm in Alabama, so the rules down here aren't as strict as other states. It's like I go outside, I see people with masks on, I see people with shorts on because the weather is so crazy down here. It's so bipolar. Like 1 minute it's about to snow at 1 p.m. and then at 4 p.m. it starts raining. Then around 6, 7 o'clock, you see nothing but beautiful skies. And it's so
Even
interesting
when you
down
said
here.
that, I think the sun just came out when you just literally did that. It sounds like English weather, to be honest with you. It's just all like, it's all over the place. Yeah, we can have like all four seasons in one day sometimes. I think it was snowing earlier. It's yeah, it's not hot though. But sometimes the sun will come out. It's just random.
Yeah, I'm in Birmingham. I think y'all call it Birmingham.
Birmingham, yeah, we have a Birmingham. Yeah, Birmingham. Yeah, that's the posh way of saying it, I guess. Over here.
Yeah, yeah, very interesting. Yeah, it's a beautiful city, though. I'm not gonna lie. When the weather's not bipolar, but yeah, it makes you want to stay inside because down here it's just like you don't know what's gonna happen. The weather, the mask, coronavirus. What you gonna get?
So you actually call yourself the voice of the South. Where did that come from?
Yeah, so Voice of the South is actually like a tagline. You know how Superman has Man of Steel,
Okay.
or like Batman, The Dark Knight. That's exactly what it is. It's like my alter ego, but not necessarily my name, just a way of letting you know who I am. That's the reason why, like, okay, my real name is Chris Smith, and that's what I go by on the radio at 98.7, Chris Smith. But my main alter ego is Q Smitty, because that's my middle initial Q, last name Smith, and family nickname is Smitty, so I put it together, Q Smitty. And it's funny because a friend of mine who was over, we were hanging out at the house one time, and we were just cracking jokes on each other, and he actually said, he was cracking jokes about my voice. And, he was just talking about, how I sound like a subwoofer or something like that. And then he was just like, voice of the South face ad. And I was just like, okay, that's
I'll take
funny.
that. Thanks.
Yeah, but what's funny was, I kept it in the back of my head. That was like, I believe, like 5, 6 years ago, And so once I got on Kiss, 98.7 Kiss, I went by, I usually go by Q Smitty, but, they wanted me to go by my regular name because they feel like, it's more professional. It's like everybody knows you, by Chris Smith, even if, a lot of people know you by your nickname, Chris Smith. So it created a different personality for me to have on 98.7 Kiss, but I wanted to have something where it wasn't just Chris Smith. I wanted something that would, also add some more color to Chris Smith. Who is Chris Smith? And so I went back to those years when my friend, was cracking jokes and joning on me. And I said, okay, voice of the South. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be Chris Smith, voice of the South. And so that's when I started saying it on the radio. It's the voice of the South, Chris
Nice.
Smith, on 98.7 Kiss FM. Today's R&B and classic soul. And so I just stuck with it. And so now Voice of the South is just like an umbrella of my image. You got Chris Smith, you got Q Smitty, who does interviews, who does track reflections, just like, whenever I want to go into the telephone booth and change from Chris Smith, I go to Q Smitty. Then who is that? Their Voice of the South. So
where are you looking to take your music? At the moment, we've got like artists like 21 Savage and Migos sort of coming out of the South. Where are you wanting your sort of genre to fit with that?
okay, good question. I would say my genre would be more so it's hard to necessarily put it in a genre because I feel like with the trap reflections, it creates a different wave. Like, so the genre would be more so if these people are familiar with these genres like urban contemporary, or just overall relaxing genre, or meditation genre. Also, just not necessarily having a genre for my like trap meditation. I would say more so just a unique wave of meditating, if that makes sense. Like, just having its own wave of, just being relaxing, and, just being calm, but also, I have other things that I'm working on as well that I really want to project to everybody. So putting it in necessarily in a genre, it would be hard for me to say, but I love hip hop. I'm all big into hip hop and R&B. So uh, I wanted to create something that would actually uh, resonate with our youth. So that's the reason why I named it Trap Reflections too. So because we got a big trap culture down here in the South. So
And in general, do you think that the South is dominating the music game in America?
oh, most definitely. Like, yeah, the South been reigning for about 20 years now. So I feel like we're getting to have more rappers from other regions, show their flavor, show their style. Now, you have the New Yorkers that, they're bringing that UK drill sound out and sounding good with the Woo movement. And, you have the Midwest, Detroit, Chicago, and you have the West Coast with Larry June and their camp. They're bringing a lot more flavor now, but aside from that, I feel like the South really took a stronghold and put the game on in a chokehold in a way where we created a way of promoting being cool, being more relatable with, life. We like to go to the club, we like to hang out, we like to go to the bars and have fun, we like to party, we want to live a pretty lavish lifestyle, and we like to project that type of image in our music. And I feel like a lot of people outside the South, they didn't want to accept it, but it was like, yeah, I like to live like that. Like, I like to live in a nice car, like, drive a nice car, live in a nice house, just live the trap life where we hustling, we doing everything we can to make, our bottom dollar, and I feel like after a while, people start to catch on to it and say, hey, like, it's cool to listen to this type of music. And so I feel like that's the reason why the South was able to, hold the game down for so long after all these years. But
Yeah, because
it's
secretly people felt like secretly everyone wanted to do that. They were just hating on at first, and then they
yeah,
realized
they were just saying like they were like,
actually.
oh, yeah, y'all like, hold on, would you say that's fire? Hold on, did you say that's fire? Okay, okay. So I'm starting to say the slang and everything.
Who are your favorite artists?
You know what's funny though, because I'm so, me personally, like, I'm so big into hip hop. I actually, really study the music and understand the roots of hip hop and where it came from, to the point where growing up, I never really listened to that many Southern rappers. My favorite rapper actually is Lupe Fiasco, and I listen to DMX, I'm listening
What?
to Nas, Z, Tupac, Styles P. That's who I was listening to growing up. But as I got older, I started embracing my Southern music, started listening to 3 6 Mafia, Project Pat, listen to Lil Boosie, all of those different rappers, Gucci Mane, Waka Flocka and stuff. But my favorite rapper would be Lupe. I'm into that type of lyrical rap where you actually can sit down and think about what they're saying, rather than, just having a beat that sounds dope. And, I'm just hearing a repetitive sound in the verse all the time. That's the type of music that I really like to listen
Have you got to meet any of these people being on the radio show?
to. Not necessarily any rappers in particular. I actually did an interview with Chris Crack. He's a rapper out in Chicago. We never necessarily met in person, but aside from rap, I would say I've met some of my R&B favorites, like Carl Thomas. I was able to meet him. That was pretty cool. I was able to meet a good amount of people, like Ricky Smiley, just different people who used to come in and out of the studio. I've actually met City Girls, um, a few, different people who used to come in and out of the radio pre-quarantine. So
And who were your inspirations as a child? Who did you look up to then? Was there
who did I
anyone
look
that
up?
sort of, because you've got this deep like undertone voice, was there anyone as a child that you used to like hear that resonated with you?
Yeah, yeah. So growing up, I used to love watching, movies from Will Smith, like, how his personality was, how he was, this laid back, cool guy, but he was funny. And as far as voiceovers, I was always into Barry White. Like, uh, I'm a 90s baby. A lot of people don't think, we be hip to the old school music, but we actually do. Like, I'm all for the Barry White. I just loved how soothing and powerful his voice was, and how he used to, he was a ladies' man, so he always knew how to, bring that swag. And I've always been into him and TC Carson. I was big into video games as a kid, so I used to love listening to his power that he had in his voice whenever he spoke on God of War. So shout out to TC Carson as well. Those were my main inspirations for voiceovers. Now, on the communication level, reporting and stuff, I was always into Larry King, always into Sway Calloway, Charlemagne the God. Still he's still up and doing his thing. Everybody's still up and doing his thing. Rest in peace, Larry King. But there were multiple people I would say who I looked at and said, okay, I can take this. look into myself and say, oh, I got that swag, I got that smooth voice, you know, okay, I'm gonna take this Larry King, oh, I'm gonna understand the power of why. Like, why do you do this? Why do you do that? You know? And so there's multiple people I say I would, you know, look up to.
That's amazing. And so, how do you feel that they're with you in your day-to-day life as you're preparing for your projects in the future? What inspires you as you're creating new content?
What inspires me, what really inspires me is just everyday life, you know, just going through the motions of watching my favorite movie or watching, you know, my favorite music video, watching just different elements of what people say in the movies or say in the music. That is what really inspires me because it's always something that I hear somebody say, and I'll listen to that and I'll think about it. I'll be like, dang, why did they say that? Or what exactly were they trying to say? And
What
so it allows me
sorry,
to,
what element or star sign are you?
oh, I'm a Leo.
Oh yeah, Leo TV. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. So
Yeah,
you're a
yeah.
thinker,
Yeah, we got the best zodiac sign, you know,
of
no pun
course,
intended.
of course. We have the Leo technician behind. He was like, "Big up, Leo."
Hey, that's what's up there. Hey, shout out to the Leo team. We out here, baby. But nah, for real though, like I really just like to just look at, you know, different movies, different music, and, you know, listen to what they're saying and how that relates to my life. It allows me to create different things. Like I just look at myself as a creative person. So it could be the simplest stuff, like just looking outside and looking at the trees, you know, will inspire me to want to do something, you know, or just, you know, being caught up in the days of just looking up out in the sky and, you know, just seeing how beautiful it is. You know, a lot of people, like I said, they don't really embrace that type of stuff. I love to embrace that type of stuff. I love to just look up at the sky. I may look weird a little bit, but
No,
you know, it's cool.
we're totally with you. We saw three shooting stars at the beginning of lockdown, just
For
because we
real?
would happen to be looking up at the sky. So, yeah, great
Wow.
things
You
may
make three
happen. You
wishes?
just look up.
Did you make three wishes?
Yeah, of course.
I hope so. I hope so. Yeah, yeah. I make sure to
2021 is
get
looking
my
good.
star wish in.
What are your projects for 2021?
My projects for 2021, be on the lookout for Trap Reflections Volume 2. That's on the way. Be on the lookout for some more voice acting type feel as I, you know, get into more into voice acting. Shout out to Mark Trust, rest in peace. He just recently passed away, and I did a Slave's Voice, which is his poem on a voiceover. So make sure you guys check that out on my Instagram. And
Link
yeah,
that.
I got some more stuff, more voice acting type stuff, more acting, trying to get into that realm and show you guys, you know, what I'm really capable of, you know. Sure.
Amazing. We'll definitely look up for Trap Volume 2 coming out this year. Hopefully, I'll get to feature on again.
Yeah, hey, turn up. And once again, appreciate you again, Charmaine, for allowing me, you know, to come on here on Five Star. Shout out to Five Star bringing that fire, baby. So yeah, we out here.
Or could you do another? Could you do another one of those and like maybe subscribe to Firestar or something? Do a little Firestar thing for us.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So check this out. This is the voice of the South, Q Smitty. Make sure that you guys check out Firestar TV. They bringing that fire, baby. Make sure that you subscribe, like, comment, all that. Because if you're not doing that, you missing out on some great fire, baby. For real. Yeah.
Oh, could you do one for Myself Central as well? Just a little Charmaine, my mama see Myself Central.
Okay. You said Charmaine. You said
Mama C on Myself Central.
Mama C on my Self Central.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Yo, what's happening? It's the voice of the South, Q Smitty. I need you to do me a favor. Go ahead and shout out to Charmaine. She doing her thing with Mama C at My Central. I need you to follow her right now. She's giving you guys the mom life hacks. All right. Yeah, like
Amazing,
it, like it.
amazing, amazing. I literally, that's so good. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Hey, no problem. Thank you so much for having me. Y'all have a good evening, and I'm about to get ready to start my day off over here in the US.
Nice and fresh. Amazing. This has been a Mama C on Firestar TV. Love to the world. Peace out.